Now we want to show you an interesting mystery bead demonstration that can be used to develop an investigation. And this can be used at pretty much any age level. What we have here are mystery beads. And what we can do at this point is we can encourage students to take a look at these beads and observe them really, really well and come up with some questions. So they make a T-chart, and on the left-hand side of the T-chart, they write down all of their observations. All the different things that they can see about these beads. And they can see that they're round, they have a hole in the middle, they're white, they're semi-translucent. If they look closely, they can see that they've also got a ridge around the outside equator. And they make all these observations, and they also make up questions that go on the other side of the T-chart too. Then what you do is you instruct them to string about 5 of them on a pipe cleaner, which you can get at your local craft store, or onto some twine like I've done here. And your homework for them is to keep that T-chart with them and wear this bracelet with the mystery beads for the next 24 hours. After 24 hours, when they come back to class, usually they're pretty excited. And the reason they're excited is because when they went outside, they noticed that all the beads turned intense colors. And these colors, because one of the things you did for homework is you said, make more observations as you wear these beads. So they become aware of the fact that all of these colors are very different and intense, and found when they go outside. When they go back inside after about 15 minutes, the colors disappear again. And so what you do is you talk about what's the difference between outside and inside when it comes to light. Inside you're using artificial light, outside you're using natural light. There's some quality in that natural light that makes these beads change color. And through discussion and by asking questions and by prompting questions from them, ultimately what you can reveal as the teacher, because you as the teacher know what causes this to happen, you can reveal to them that it's ultraviolet light. You're making the unseeable seeable. So it's ultraviolet light that's actually making these beads change color. There is a dye in these beads, and this dye is actually photosensitive or light sensitive. And so at this point, if you also want to include an impromptu lesson on the electromagnetic spectrum, you can do that too, and show that in the electromagnetic spectrum there are also some colors that you cannot see. Ultraviolet being one, infrared being another. And now you say to them, and this is the challenge for them, they've done the questions, they've done the observations, and what you can say to them is that now you know the properties of these beads. Use these beads as a tool for an investigation that you design. And what I'd like you to do is design an investigation to test the claims of a consumer product that claims to block ultraviolet rays. So have them think for a minute, and they'll come up with the fact that sunblock, eyeglasses, and some kinds of clothing, some specialized clothing, actually block UV. And what you want them to do is take these UV beads, have them act as sensors to actually see if ultraviolet light passes through these consumer products. A good example would be, let's compare SPF 10 to SPF 25 to SPF 30 to SPF 50, for example. Now, how would you go about designing that type of an investigation so that you were actually looking at this bead under uniform conditions for each one of the SPF lotions that you might have, that they might want to investigate?